Hello, 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 and welcome to all of my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also, welcome to my cross watchers. If you know a Capricorn, you have a Capricorn in your life, you know that they are loyal, they're hardworking, they're team players, they're ambitious, and they are classy. So, welcome again to all of my Capricorns. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We know right now, let's get started with, I'm going to shuffle the cards in a second, but we know that we have a couple of planets in retrograde right now. We have Venus in retrograde right now, which is Libra Taurus, that's attached to the Libra and Taurus astrological signs. We know that when Venus is in retrograde, you're thinking about your money and your love, those areas of your life. And love could mean your romantic love life, your family love life, or self-love. Okay, we also have, that's going to be in retrograde until the 25th of this month, June 25th. So that would, at June 25th, that would have made Venus in retrograde for 43 days. Another planet that's in retrograde right now is Jupiter. Jupiter is attached to the astrological sign Sagittarius. That has been in retrograde since it started May 14th, and it's going to run out until September 13th, and that's going to be in retrograde for 122 days. During Jupiter being in retrograde, we're reviewing areas of our lives. We're reviewing our ideals and belief system in our lives. We're reviewing our visions and our ideals. Just kind of the way we think about things, like restructuring the way that we think about things. We know there's a lot happening right now with the COVID-19 and people being quarantined and sort of forced to, the social distancing and staying in the house. A lot of people are teleworking right now. So a lot of people are picking up books and reading, learning new crafts and learning new things and just renewing their minds in a lot of ways. Also, Saturn is in retrograde. Saturn is in retrograde until September 29th. And so at September 29th, that would have meant that Saturn was in retrograde for 141 days. So like I said, with Saturn, we are that's attached to the Capricorn Aquarius astrological signs. We're reviewing relationships, and again, relationships could mean romantic relationships, it could be family relationships, or relationships with ourselves. You're thinking about your long-term goals, you're reviewing your long-term goals, you are thinking about your responsibilities and duties in life. You're thinking about restructuring the way that you manifest reality, and finding new ways, finding a new attitude towards obstacles in life. So in a lot of ways, I know a lot of people who look at COVID-19 as being like, oh gosh, this horrible thing. Now we have to do the social distancing and walking around with masks and so on and so forth. But for a lot of us, we're using this time very wisely to go in, like to really, really think about a couple of things, quite a few things, to be honest. Also, I want to make sure I mention this about Uranus being in Taurus right now. That deals with your inner freedom as it relates to your money, as it relates to self-esteem, as it relates to love. So the planets are very powerful. When you listen to tarot card readers, or you listen to astrologers, or you're listening to psychics, I would encourage all of my listeners, all of my viewers, to please do a little bit of research. Find out what your sun sign is, your moon, your rising, your sign in Venus, also your midheaven, which will tell you what your purpose is in life. The astrological signs can tell you a lot about, especially your birth chart, can tell you a lot about who you are. You may think you know who you are because of a family you came from. I'm going to start shuffling these cards. Oh, okay, all right. But some people, in families, are really, really trying to dive a little deeper into, who they are. The first card that comes out for you all is the Lover's card. Look at this. Again, with love, we can be talking about, and it's not by coincidence, guys. I want to show this to you too, that I have the rose quartz here, which is also by some people considered the love crystal. And so this rose quartz is legendary for its like healing broken hearts, attracting new love. Like I said, Venus is in retrograde right now, and opening your heart to a new level of compassion, forgiveness, and more love. Whether that means more romantic love, more love for your family, self-love, that's a beautiful thing. But this right here, right off the beginning, like I said, this is the Lover's card. This is a Gemini card. So I think before, Capricorn, I was telling you about like not going backwards. We're talking about, because the planets are in retrograde, you may be reviewing, everybody's reviewing right now, past loves. Even if you're in a relationship, you're reviewing that relationship, and love, again, family relationships, not just an ex. You're just thinking about, reviewing how you even love yourself. Taking care of yourself, self-care, putting yourself first. But this is, I believe this is, and the universe is telling me this is a new romantic love for my singles. That's going to be very, very strong. Even if you are already in a relationship, you're strengthening the relationship with yourself. So that means that you're healing. Look, I have these amethysts here. Speaking of self-love, I have amethyst. This is about transformation. Amethyst represents transformation, protection, addiction release, and sleep aid. So let's say, for instance, you had an ex, and I think we talked about, for a lot of cards that I pulled last week, there was putting old relationships to bed for good, locking the door, double bolting the door, and just never giving them access to your life again, letting them watch you from the nosebleeds, right? But this is also about releasing that addiction. So if someone's addicted to you, you have the power to release it in this amethyst. Go out and get you some amethyst, and you can release that addiction. We're coming to the end of Venus being in retrograde, Capricorn, and so allow that new love to come into your life. Open your heart to that. Don't hold on to something in the past so that you miss out on this. But like I said, even for my married people or partnered people, there's going to be a renewal, strengthening of your love. Your finances are going to be stronger because you've been in that mode of reviewing your finances and how they're structured, your relationship with even money. Remember, this is about love. It's your relationship with money. So Capricorn being an earth sign, you guys represent, by birth, it represents a journey to money and wealth. Okay, so that's that. The Seven of Wands card, this is like the challenges. The challenges could be with the new you and people around you not respecting the fact that you didn't give your ex a try. You're opening your heart to new love. There could be, for my married couples, it could also the challenges of people around you. Remember, these are the challenges, the wands of people, but you're standing firm and steadfast in your beliefs. You are saying, listen, during my downtime or my quarantine or my self-love time and reviewing family relationships as it relates to love and romantic relationships, I'm standing firm on what I believe. That's you, Capricorn. You're not backing down. If it's a new love in your life, you're not backing down. You're not backing down from people who say, well, maybe you should look back and give that person a chance. They seem like they've changed. You're not going by any of that. You're like, I'm steadfast. You can't move me. Either you're with me or you're against me. It's just that clean cut for you, Capricorn. Look, and because you have stood your ground in areas of love. And again, love meaning romantic love, family love, and self-love. You've reviewed those areas. You didn't make any hasty decisions. You said, okay, this is what it's going to be. I'm going to stand firm on it. And I'm not letting anybody change my mind. Look at this, the World card. Look at this World card here. This is completion. That's what, let me bring this a little closer. This is achievement. This is unity. Okay? For my married couples, you have decided to be staying real firm against anybody and anything that's coming up against and trying to challenge your union. For those who are single, who have closed the door in the past, and who have welcomed new love into your life, or you're about to welcome new love because you're still thinking and just thinking, okay, well, you know what, I'm healed. You know, I have my amethyst. This deals with your crown chakra. That's that meeting point between the physical body and the universe and soul. You know, this is that part of us that we have cleansed, that powerful cleansing. We've been sleeping good at night, Capricorn. You know, you have transformed. You know you're protected, okay? That's what this represents, the amethyst. You're ready for love, and I'm talking about the singles, because the married couples, I have to make sure that I make a clear distinction. Married meaning it could be a common law marriage, a civil marriage, a spiritual marriage, or however, but you're connected to that person and you made a commitment to this person for life. This is for both. This is saying that to remain unified, you know, in your decision, you decided to become one. That's for the married couples. For the single ones that are welcoming new love into your life, you are defending your decision. See, the thing about singles being in relationships with people, the only people that know what really happens in relationships are just those two people. Everybody else can speculate. You know, they could have told their tribe one thing, you could have told your tribe one thing, but the only two people know what's really going on in the relationship is you two. You know why you've closed that door and locked it and double bolted that door and they're not coming back in, and why you're welcoming new love into your life, a stronger love. And even the love with yourself is stronger. You know, this right here, this Ace of Swords represents breakthrough, okay? Because you stood firm on your decision. You have decided to stand firm on your decision. Breakthrough. There's something about knowing who you are beyond all shadows of doubt. You know who you are, Capricorn. No and ifs or buts about it. You know that you're loyal. You know that you're hardworking. You know that you're a team player. You know that you're ambitious, and you know that you're classy. Okay. You know that you deserve better for yourself in areas of love. Again, look at this. Rose quartz, love crystal. You know, in this time of reviewing, you're reviewing areas of forgiveness. And that means forgiving yourself. Maybe forgiving yourself for my singles, for staying in a relationship longer than you should have allowed it to go on. You've forgiven yourself. You've forgiven family members who may have done things to you. You have forgiven romantic partners who have done things to you. You've forgiven yourself. You've put that good karma out into the universe. And that's why you have this breakthrough card. Look, you've been strong and you're still strong. This is the Leo card. The Leo card represents, that's a fire sign. Other fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This represents a journey to spirituality and taking action. You took action. You're not playing around, Capricorn. You said, I'm standing firm on my decision. I've taken the time to do self-care, self-love. I've forgiven people for doing things, but I'm not putting anything bad out there about them. And look, guess what? Queen of Swords. Masculine, feminine energy for all the cards. Okay? The Queen of Swords have been through some stuff. You've moved through mountains in your life. Even though that sword is at a resting position, You have your hand waved, very welcoming and very friendly. You worked real hard, Capricorn, to move through those mountains. You've come through. That sword represents power and intellect. People can't see under this robe, that this dressing that this Queen of Swords has. They can't see the scars. They can't see the hurt. They can't see the pain. That is why you have said, listen, I'm defending my decision. I don't care what you guys think or what you say. I'm defending my decision. Any challenges that come up against me, I have my wand in my hand. I'm taking them out. I'm not playing. And this is where it got you. Standing up for what you believe in. Amazing. Let's go into some more. Let's go a little bit deeper. Thank you again, Capricorns, for joining me. Any cross watchers, welcome. Thank you so much. This is for my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Again, we have some planets in retrograde, but we also have Uranus and Taurus right now. And Uranus and Taurus is going to be in Taurus until 2026. It started last year, 2019. But that is Uranus being in Taurus. You're thinking about your inner freedom. The planet Uranus is attached to the Aquarius. I want you guys to just fact check. There's a lot of information going on online, and I am a person who likes to fact check, and I encourage you guys to do the same. But there's a lot going on right now in terms of reviewing love, reviewing money, reviewing your relationships. And I mean all the relationships in your life, your work relationship, your romantic relationships, your family relationship, the relationship you have with yourself. There's just a lot going on in a lot of people's minds, everybody's mind right now. And what better time to do it? The fact that we are all quarantined right now, there's social distancing. You have time to kind of sort of think, like really think some things through. So it's a wonderful time for everybody right now. Why did this card want to fly out? Okay. What is this? 2 cards actually flew out. Okay. So what's this? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I think I got this before, some of these cards before, but this is just reconfirming. I'm telling you guys, these cards coming out are not by coincidence. This is the universe speaking to me, through me, to share this message with you. Look at this, 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. This represents, again, partnership, duality. This new person compliments you. Even if you are married to somebody, your marriage is strengthened. This person compliments you fully the way that you wanted them to compliment you. You guys just came through these retrogrades, new people. There is even Uranus being in Taurus right now, and you're thinking about inner freedom. You have the inner freedom. See, someone who really, really loves you is not going to try to control you, in a sense, because they know they only have control over themselves. Like, you have only control over yourself, right? So this represents duality. You guys complement each other. This is wonderful, okay? Look at this. Didn't we start out with this card here? The Lover's card. Look at that strength. That palm tree in the background representing strength. Again, partnership. You guys complement each other. That's duality. This is a new relationship for you. This is a new relationship with you. Either it's a new romantic relationship for you. It's renewed family relationships. It's a new relationship you have with yourself. It's just a new relationship all the way around. And like I said, with this rose quartz, this is a very, very powerful crystal, because this has the ability to help you heal from heartbreak. Let's say if it was in an old relationship, you're healed, you're delivered, you're wishing the person the absolute best. Even if you're not interested in a new relationship, even though these cards here are saying new relationship, But even if you're not interested in a new relationship, you've fallen in love with yourself. You really started taking care of yourself because of the healing. You've forgiven people from your past. You have nothing but compassion for them. But compassion. I don't care what they did to you. You have nothing but compassion. You've forgiven them. This right here, the Ten of Cups, it represents wholeness. It represents connection in a full circle. You're whole. You really don't lack anything. Look at, oh my goodness. Okay, look at these cards right here. These are two whole people who have made a decision to come together. Two whole people. You guys aren't lacking anything. You're whole, they're whole. They have just as much to offer as you have to offer in this new relationship, because that's what I'm actually getting, new relationship. But you guys have a wonderful connection. Things have come full circle for you both. And time for love. Like, who sing? India Ari sings Ready for Love. This is you. You've been ready for love. You put that good energy out there in the universe because you're happy, whole, you're delivered from whatever happened to you in the past. You've reviewed those family relationships. You reviewed your romantic relationship. You reviewed yourself, your relationship with yourself. And look at this King of Wands. This new person coming into your life, Capricorn, is someone who is self-assured. And again, we could be talking about self-love. This new person emerged in a relationship as an entrepreneur, a leader, and a visionary. Okay? If you have not decided to be in a relationship right now, this is you. Because you are completely healed, entrepreneur, visionary, leader. But what I'm getting for these sets of cards here, we're talking about a new love coming into your life, okay? And the new love being a person who's an entrepreneur, a visionary, or a leader. Or it could be all three. Look at this, Seven of Swords. You have been through some stuff, Capricorn. I think I said it before, and I'm going to reiterate it again in these cards. You have been through some stuff. You've had to slay some people. But see, look at these swords right here on the ground. You had to slay some people. That's your power and intellect. That represents the air signs. That's your journey to power and intellect. But you have your sword behind your back because guess what? You're classy. You don't have to go out and be ratchet and reckless. But people need to understand, look, you've been through a lot. You don't have time to play games. You don't. I'm talking about you slaying people who challenged your decisions about your new self-love, new romantic love, the way you love your family. You've forgiven people. But this time you've set boundaries, Capricorn. You've set some clear boundaries. And if people cross those boundaries, guess what they're getting? Cut off. Slain. And I'm not saying killed, but I mean, listen, I'm not playing around. Either you get with the program, or guess what? You're not going to go to the next level with me. And this represents people not going to the next level. This is the next level. This is the next level. These people right here, these two swords on the ground, they couldn't go to the next level with you. They played a part up here and trying to make you doubt yourself after you've come through all of that healing. Oh, no. No. I don't have time. Look, and because this is new for you, Capricorn, you're spending a lot of time thinking about it. And Hermit, which is Virgo card, another earth sign, doesn't mean that you're necessarily in the house. We're in the house right now. Most of us are in the house right now by default because of coronavirus and quarantining and, social distancing and all of that. But also in your mind, you're really thinking about, oh, I really like this new me. All of this healing and crown chakra and spirituality and, the heart chakra and, forgiveness. I really like all of this. That's what I'm getting for you, Capricorn. And it feels so good. And guess why I know it feels so good, Capricorn? You can't even believe your life. I said this to you one time before, but the thing I like about reading the cards is that it shows something. It shows something in addition to what you heard before. Like it's taking you to another realm, like another level. You can't even believe. Look what the Princess of Cups represents: journey to spirituality and taking action. Because you took action, you weren't playing around, Capricorn. You're like, look, if you knew where I came from, you know why I have this crown on my head right now, and I have this sword, and I can come through this thing classy. But there was a time, Capricorn, you had to fight some people off that was challenging the decisions you made for yourself, whether it be a decision about a new love, and that's what I'm actually getting, a decision about a new love. You having to defend that. But you have some major breakthroughs, and you've remained strong through it all. But listen, the new you're not playing around, Capricorn. You're slaying people at every level. You're like, listen, either you're on the bandwagon and you're just saying, okay, if people aren't around you saying, you know what, I may not understand this new Capricorn, but I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing. If they not there and they constantly trying to challenge you, you slaying them in the spirit. They can't go to the next level with you, Capricorn. It's just that simple. They just cannot go. Bye. Can't go. Door closed. See you later. And I'm not coming back. That's what you didn't go this far, Capricorn, to walk backwards. So once they're gone, they're gone. You don't have time for the madness anymore, Capricorn. You just don't. And because of that, look at you. You can't even believe where you are. You just can't believe it. I think I saw this for Capricorns in last week's cards, that like a lot of people are, you for one, are just like in total disbelief. You kind of believe it, but you didn't think it was going to be this good, like cutting people off at every level who try to challenge your relationship with yourself, your romantic relationship, and your family relationship. Like, you can't believe it because you feel good. Look at you, skin glowing. You got the universe behind you, Capricorn. I'm so happy for you, Capricorns. I'm happy for all the astrological signs. But since we're talking about Capricorns, you know, that hard work paid off. That ambition paid off. Being classy in the face. But there was a time, Capricorn, you see how your hair flying? That's because you've been swinging that wand. You are not playing with people. These challenges, you're like, listen, I don't have time for this anymore. I love it. Let's look at an oracle card, one of the oracle cards, and then we're gonna go to the next oracle card. But yeah, I kind of have to laugh, Capricorn, because you guys are not playing at all. You are not playing. You're like, look, I did the self-love. I've taken my baths with my crystals. I'm healed. I'm happy. I'm delivered. I'm walking in forgiveness. I've forgiven some people that you know, and I put the good energy out in the universe so that good karma is coming back. Listen, y'all, I don't have time. I'm strong. I'm stronger and I'm wiser now. I'm not the one to mess with. Okay, look at this. Believe in the impossible. I'm telling you guys, I cannot make this up. This is the universe. Look, you can't even believe it. Blue moon. You can't even believe. Like, you can't even believe it. Really, you can. Let me put this up here for a second because I need to look at this for a minute, and I need you guys, hopefully you can see. Okay, maybe if I can pull this closer, you guys can see where it says believe in the impossible. Okay, you knew it was in your reach. You knew it was possible, but you didn't know to that level of possible, if that makes sense. This is what I'm getting for you, Capricorn. You didn't know to that degree that it was possible. The blue moon represents, people call it luck. Some people call it blessed and highly favored. But for you, it's rare. Like, people are so used to you, Capricorns, keeping it classy, that sometimes you really wanted to take it there. You really wanted to get grimy. You wanted to get ratchet with people because that's the energy they were giving you. Look at this. That's the energy people were giving you. coming up against you, trying to start something. And in your mind, you was like, don't start nothing, won't be nothing. But you kept it classy. Okay? That's why you had the breakthrough. So whereas other people are looking at you as lucky, you're not lucky. You can call it luck, but you're blessed and highly favored. Believe in the impossible. That's why you clutching your chest, Capricorn. Right here, look. This energy is not clutching pearls. They're clutching their chest. They can't believe it. They're like, woohoo. Like, okay, if this is a dream, please don't wake me up. Please don't pinch me. Don't turn on the light. I hope I don't have to use the bathroom. Just don't wake me up, because this is too good. This is awesome. This is what I'm getting for you, Capricorn. Oh, okay. I just shuffled these cards. What does this say? Serenity, divine light. In divine light, you overflow with love. This just gave me the chills. You have a new love in your life, and this is for the singles. You have a new love in your life. Don't even think about going back to your ex. I think I said that last week, but you have a new love in your life, but it's an overflow. Even if it's just an overflow of love for yourself, because what these could, now if this was the only one that I pulled, then I would say, okay, self-love or new love or a renewed love with your spouse. But because I pulled this one too, this just further reiterates it's a new love for you, okay? But you carry the sacred arrows that teach you about the clouds, so full of water that the rain comes like droplets of wisdom into the sea of consciousness, and you begin to learn. The sacred flute carries your prayers of love and all the symbols of treasured people, and dreams reflect upon you with the light of the great sun. You are a sacred lover full of fragrance, and wind comes to spread your perfume across the land. You stand before the Great Spirit in a state of grace. Name your darkness, that sad quality that you have held, and as you call it by name, feel it begin to disappear. You hold on to your faith the same way that you grip your arrows of destiny. You are not meant to live in darkness, but in light of your own integrity. Move with the flow of life and let go of any sadness from your earlier years. Be serene and at ease as the light begins to define you. That's your card. That's your second oracle card, Capricorns. I love this reading for you. I'm so excited for all of the astrological signs, but since we're talking about Capricorn, this is wonderful. New love in your life, breakthrough, strength. You're standing there defending your honor of your new self-love and love, new romantic love. You know, you have this, you're slaying people in the spirit when it comes to your elevation every time you transition to the next level. And if people are not on board with you, you're like, okay, you can't stay. I have to cut you off. I apologize. But you're not living in regret anymore. You're not living with having to, okay, I have to forgive myself again because of the decision that I made and people didn't like it around me. You're not even living like that anymore, Capricorn. You're making some decisions and you're keeping it moving. You keep high stepping to the next level. But again, you're keeping it classy. You have your sword behind your back because again, that represents your power and intellect, right? Just in case somebody's tried to do this, jump in your way and challenge where you're going, you got your sword. Look at the unfortunate people behind you who didn't believe in you. Poor things. They can't go. Not only can they go, they're just stretched out. They don't even know what hit them. They can't even believe that you moved forward without them. If they were people, they'd be laying down with their mouths swung wide open. They just can't believe that the Capricorn took this stance. But you did. You don't even have time to explain, Capricorn. You're just going up, 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 and up. You don't even have time to explain. So I want to say this last thing too. You know, this is your reading for Capricorn. This is for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Okay? Remember, my readings are primarily about healing and about love. Whether it be self-love, family love, or romantic love. We have planets in retrograde right now. like I said, Uranus is going to be in Taurus until 2026. I don't know exactly what month or the date that it's going to end, but it is right now. And so right now, you're thinking about inner freedom. That is all the astrological signs. Taurus is just the most affected, okay? But that's all the astrological signs. Uranus is in Taurus right now. So that inner freedom means, you're thinking about finances, material possessions, and self-esteem. So that's how you love yourself, you know? So like I said, it's a lot going on right now, but it's a lot of good things going on right now. Just pay attention to everything around you. Keep your third eye open. Be mindful of what's happening and go with the flow of what the energy, what the universe is doing in your life right now, because some wonderful things are happening. Thank you, Capricorns, for joining me. And like I said, if I have any cross watchers for Capricorns, thank you too so much for joining me. If you like this video, please subscribe and please share. There are people who are out here right now, especially in the times that we're in right now. A lot of people feel uncertain about what's happening next. Share the good news with them. Really share the good news with them. We all have the potential to vibrate higher. So that's what I like to focus on, high vibrating energy, because we all have the ability to vibrate higher. But Capricorn, that is for you. I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited. Capricorn. I hope you guys have a great day.